everyone, Freddie Smith here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. If you are new, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that fun YouTube stuff. In today's video, I am going to be showing you 10 ways that content creators make money. So let's hop into the video. So the first thing I want to get into is, what is a content creator? Content has been created for years now. A movie, a television show, a billboard, a magazine, an article in a newspaper is all content. Radio is all content. The thing that has happened though is that it has shifted to the creator having the ability to distribute their content on their own terms. I don't need to sell a show to NBC to produce a TV show. I can make it on YouTube. I don't need to book a billboard campaign with Calvin Klein to have my picture out there in the world. I can put it on Instagram. If I want to write an article, I don't need to be hired by the New York Times. I can write it on my blog or on Facebook. So the creator now has control of their distribution, which is amazing. We have the control to do what we want without any gatekeepers, which is awesome. Now, the first thing I want to get into, the very first way that you make money, which people are very excited about when they start content creation, is on YouTube, and it's called Google AdSense. Now, Google AdSense, you probably know this by being a YouTube user. When you watch a video, an ad will play before the video, maybe during or after. And that is because Google will automatically put ads on your YouTube videos once you're qualified for monetization. Right now, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time within a 12-month period. Once you accomplish that, you are off to the races. So as long as you keep your content user-friendly, advertiser-friendly, you will be able to monetize that content. So how does that work? Once you qualify and you start posting videos on YouTube, AdSense will put up those ads and you will be paid a CPM, which is cost per milli, or cost per 1,000 views based on what the advertiser will pay. So YouTubers make anywhere from $2 on the low end to $50 on the high end of CPM. Someone like my wife and I, we're right in the middle. We don't swear, we have advertiser-friendly content, but we're not really in finance and we're not really in like beauty, which is the highest performing, but we're kind of in the middle with entertainment. So we average about a $15 CPM, meaning advertisers will pay $15 for every 1,000 views that our video gets. But you don't get to keep the CPM. You keep the RPM, which is revenue per milli. And the revenue per milli is essentially after Google takes its cut, which is 45%. So the RPM is what you get to take home with you. So our RPM on average is about 10 bucks. So on our YouTube channel, as of right now, $10 RPM is what we make. So if you do 1,000 views on this video, that's 10 bucks. If you do 100,000, that's $1,000. If you do 1,000,000, that's $10,000. That's kind of how that all works. Now, number 2 is Facebook. This is exactly the same thing, but Facebook is much harder to get approved for ads. I believe you need 10,000 followers and then you need 30,000 1-minute views in a 60-day period. That took me and my wife a very long time to accomplish, but we did last summer and this was beautiful. Now we're able to monetize that as well, but Facebook is a little different. Facebook does not run pre-roll ads. They run 1-minute ads. The ad won't count unless the user makes it 1 minute into the video. And you'd be surprised on how many people only watch 30 seconds of a video, which I'm guilty of. I do that too. You know within 30 seconds if you want to continue this video or not. So if they don't make it to a minute, the creator is not paid. But once you hit the minute, an ad will trigger and you're paid. And the same exact thing happens with the CPMs there, but you have to get that minute in. But here's the beautiful part for content creators. You have to have a Facebook and a YouTube because it's the same amount of work. This video you're watching now, I'm making and putting it both on YouTube and Facebook, so I'm double dipping. I'm able to make AdSense revenue on YouTube and then Facebook revenue on Facebook for the same amount of work and placing it in 2 different places. I'm reaching a different audience on Facebook, a different audience on YouTube, and one might go viral and one might not. Our wedding video that we put up did about 80,000 on YouTube, did 1.2 million on Facebook. So if I only built YouTube, I wouldn't have reached that additional 1.2 million people on Facebook and vice versa. Sometimes Facebook works better, YouTube works better. It depends on the content and the user base, but that is how that works. Now, number 3 is affiliate marketing. This for Instagram influencers and for YouTubers is massive. So what is affiliate marketing? Well, affiliate marketing is anytime you have a referral link, and Amazon actually has a program, the Amazon affiliate program, which is insane. So if I have my Apple Watch, I can find that Apple Watch on Amazon and I say, hey everyone, go check out this Apple Watch if you want it. The link is in the description. If you click on that link and it brings you to Amazon through our link and you purchase that $100 Apple Watch, we will be kicked a $4 $20 commission as a thank you for that referral. The same thing happens with websites like to Know It or Reward Style, which my wife uses a lot on Instagram. There's even companies like 23andMe and a lot of companies these days that are doing word of mouth referral fees. Essentially 23andMe, we just got it, we do a video on it, people are excited, you get 10,000 views, people are like, I've always wanted to do 23andMe. We're like, hey, our link is in the description. If people click the 23andMe link in our description that's linked to us, they go buy 23andMe. 23andMe will kick back a $20 finder's fee as a thank you for sending somebody to your website. So imagine if you have 1,000 people who do that, that's $20,000. So imagine these people on YouTube who have millions of views and do a 23andMe, like opening the box and doing it and taking on a journey, saying, if you want a 23andMe result, click the link below, and 1,000 people do it. $20 doesn't sound like a lot, but when 1,000 people of your million go and buy that, that's a $20,000 commission. The same thing happens on Amazon. $4 might not sound like a lot, but when 1,000 people go buy the Apple Watch, that's $4,000. But all of these websites are now offering affiliate marketing links because it's word of mouth. An advertiser would much rather have somebody who has a connection with their audience talk about a product they love than trying to run just random advertising. They're doing both, but the word of mouth is becoming very, very popular, and affiliate marketing is where a lot of money is made. Number 4 is sponsorships. Sponsorships are really exciting. We do sponsorships for our podcast. And that's where you work directly with a brand, where myself as Freddie, like if I was doing this coffee mug, and it was sponsored, I'd be like, today's episode is sponsored by this coffee mug. This coffee mug keeps everything hot and cold and blah, 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 blah. And you usually do about a minute. That's what we do for our pre-roll on our podcast. And sponsors will pay $25 CPMs for every 1,000 views, because it isn't a pre-roll by just a random commercial. It is a pre-roll by me. And I am more likely, if I'm watching Joe Rogan or I'm watching someone I'm a fan of, I'm more likely to buy if Joe Rogan says, hey, I like this because I trust him and I watch him. I'm more likely to buy than if it's a random commercial that runs at the beginning of his YouTube video. Advertisers are willing to pay a $25 CPM industry standard, so you can actually make a good amount of money with that. So again, if you're averaging 10,000 views per episode, that's about $250 a pop for a pre-roll ad. Some of these big boys are making $2,500 a pre-roll ad. So there's a lot of money that can be made, but that's how sponsorships work. So you can work with an agency like we do that helps us book the sponsorships, or we'll go directly to brands. We will reach out and we'll pitch ourselves to them. We've booked brands that way as well. So you're just basically just selling advertising space on your platform. So that's sponsorships. So number 5 is a brand deal. So a brand deal is kind of like a sponsorship, but I want to use this in the context of Instagram. So an Instagram influencer, for instance, will do a brand deal with the company. Let's say it's Ray-Ban sunglasses. They will offer the influencer a fee for a static post, meaning a photo on your Instagram grid. So let's say you have 50,000 followers and your price is $500 a post. Ray-Ban will send the influencer a free pair of glasses, ching ching, and then you will take a picture wearing the sunglasses, post it on your Instagram, and tag their company, and they will pay you $500 if that's your fee for 50,000 followers. Someone like Dwayne Johnson gets about $1 million a post. Kylie Jenner gets like $800,000 a post. A micro influencer might get $50 a post, $100 a post, or $500 a post, whatever your quote is based on your engagement, your following, etc. So that's what that is. And you can also charge for stories. So you can charge $500 for a static post if you have 50K followers. And then if you do 2 Instagram stories with a swipe up to the link, maybe you can charge another $75 a pop. So that campaign, you'll make about $650 and get a free pair of sunglasses, which is just awesome. Now, speaking of free stuff, I put free stuff as number 6 because this is where, if you're an influencer or a content creator, getting free product or services in exchange for shout outs is a great way to start and also build your resume. You might not be getting paid right away, but you can start building your resume on your media kit that you've worked with Dunkin' Donuts, that you've worked with Johnny Walker, that you've worked with fill in the blank, even if it's a product swap. So if you're brand new and you got 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers or something like that, you might not get paid, but you might be able to get yourself $100 worth of free clothes, and you post in your stories or on your grid and you get a free wardrobe. Someone like my wife has not paid for a piece of clothing or accessory in 3.5 years. Everything is sent to her for free. And then she worked her way up to actually getting it for free and being paid. But the free stuff for me is really exciting if you look at it in the way that I'm going to explain it. You don't have to spend money on clothes once you get free stuff, so you're saving money. What I like to use the free stuff for is traveling. Hotels, dare I use the word easy, but hotels are the easiest way to get free stuff, and it's really cool. When my wife and I drove cross country from LA to Orlando, we did a brand deal with 4 of the 5 hotels that we stayed at. What's the brand deal? Well, we would go to the hotel, we would take a picture in front of the hotel, do Instagram stories, give them a shout out on our podcast in exchange for a free night stay and a free meal for 2. And we did that with 4 of the 5 hotels. And because they wanted their hotel showcased in a glamorous way, they didn't want to give us some corner, small little room with no view. They wanted to give us the biggest suite with the best view so we could showcase their hotel. To a hotel, what are they really losing out? I mean, really, if the room was going to be empty anyway, might as well give it and get some free advertising. So if you want to hit up hotels, if you're a micro influencer or a big influencer, that's something you can do as free stuff. Number 7 is merchandise and or a physical product. This is taking over the world right now. And it has been for many years, but it is getting just insane and awesome. So let's start with merchandise first, or merch. There's a lot of places like Teespring that's linked with YouTube, where Alyssa and I do have a merch store where it's print on demand, and anytime someone orders it, you get a commission, but the company will print it, will ship it, will do all of that, and it's beautiful. So merchandise is anywhere from mugs to beanies to glasses to hats to anything merchandise, but selling a physical product is where you can make a commission, or creating your own product, which is something that Alyssa and myself are gonna do probably in like 5 to 10 years. We're a little early on being able to do that, but to give you a success story, I want you to look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is you might think of him as an A-list movie star. Oh, he is. But you know what he is more than an A-list movie star? Mr. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the top Instagram influencer in the entire world, followed by Kylie Jenner. The Rock is making more money off of Instagram influencing than he probably is on his A-list films. His A-list films are giving him the wide net to generate 200 some million Instagram followers, but he came out with his Tamara tequila, which did more sales in the first quarter than any tequila has ever done. He is now coming out with his own energy drink. He partnered with Under Armour. He partnered with Voss Water, and the list goes on. But he is going to make billions of dollars in product development and sales because of his influence online. Rihanna, she has made more money on her product sale than her music. Gwyneth Paltrow, Jessica Alba, Jessica Simpson, the list goes on. Ryan Reynolds, Ashton Kutcher, George Clooney, the list goes on. Celebrities. Kendall Jenner's coming out with the tequila. David Dobrik did his puzzle. The list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. People are making a fortune off of product sales. Number 8, thank you Disney Plus, HBO Plus or Max. What is HBO? Netflix, Hulu, Discovery Plus, Peacock. Creators now can have their own membership program. They have it on YouTube, they have it on Facebook, and they have it on Patreon. There might be some other ways, but those are the 3 most popular. People are now getting used to paying $5, $10, $15 a month for these apps. And now creators can have their own app or section to have a membership fee for additional perks and content. I look at the membership program as an ongoing crowdfund. So instead of raising $30,000 on Kickstarter for a one-time chunk of change in exchange for Zoom calls and shout outs and Instagram followers or whatever perks that you want to do, you can do an ongoing crowdfund like we do. So we have a membership program that's identical on YouTube and Facebook for $10 a month. The users who want to become a member and contribute $10 a month are getting an additional podcast a week behind the scenes, and the list goes on. We're continuing to evolve that. We just did a Zoom the other week, and that is a really cool way to build extra revenue with your business that we're using right at this moment for advertising. And eventually when we get it high enough, we're going to use it to hire an editor, hire a team. So we call our members producers because all of their contributions are going towards building the back end of our content so that we don't have to seek investment and give away any equity or ownership of our content. My wife and I control 100% of the Freddie and Alyssa brand, and we want to keep it that way. But if you have super audience members or friends or fans that want to support in a $10 way, a month, or it can be $1 or $5 or $20, whatever the creator wants to do. But it's just a really, really fun way to generate a monthly income that you know is coming every month as an ongoing crowdfund. So memberships are incredible. Number 9, self-explanatory, live events. Live events, those have come to a screeching halt here in 2020, 2021, but live events are personal appearances, and that's what my wife and I are going to do in 2022 if things become more safe. But you go and you meet everybody. People are watching you every single day, and content creators, YouTubers, influencers, in some scenarios are having bigger turnouts than A-list celebrities because people feel they know their influencer and content creator more than they do Tom Cruise, the A-list celebrity, because the A-list celebrity you see in very few little interviews or you see in the movies, but content creators are sharing their daily life. People are getting to know you, and you want to meet your audience that supports you, and the audience wants to meet you, who you're giving content to every single day. So doing live events and charging $5, $10, $100, $200, whatever you think is best for your business is up to you. But live events are huge. And number 10, and finally here, number 10 is a digital product. A digital product, unlike obviously the physical product, is things that you can sell that is digital. You could write a book and sell the ebook. NFTs are huge. You're gonna hear a lot more about NFTs here in the future. Courses, my God. Courses is a gold mine in 2021. It's been a gold mine for the past few years, and it's going to continue to be a gold mine. People are now going away from traditional education into online courses, and there is just a plethora of people that want to learn, and there's a plethora of money to make. I know that my wife and I are going to make a course in probably another year. I want to build our brand bigger before coming out with a course, but we're going to do a how-to course with YouTube, Facebook, podcasting, Instagram influencing, how to book brands, how to get free hotels, etc., etc. We'll make a 3-hour class. We'll break it into 30 different segments that's all succinct and aggregated beautifully so that someone can spend $97 or $197, whatever the price is, and they can sit down, they can consume it for 3 hours, they can take notes, they can go back, and they can learn everything in one place. And I did that with Graham Stephan about a year and a half ago, I think. I bought his YouTube course for like $200 on a Black Friday sale. I sat down, he taught me so much, and it's what gave me so much more knowledge. So if you have a skill set, if you're an accountant, if you're an artist, fill in the blank. If you go to Udemy or Thinkific, you can film a course and you can sell it. And here's the beautiful thing about a course. You put in the week's worth of work one time, upload it to Thinkific, charge $197 in perpetuity. You're making $197 per sale of your course. There is no shipping. There is no anything. People just click, download it to their iPhone or their computer or whatever, and it's done. So imagine some of these people who have 612,000 followers and they have a course that comes out of how to get abs or how to whatever their niche is. If they sell 1,000, just 1,000 courses, that's $197,000 in that year just from an online course. That doesn't include the live events that they're doing, the memberships that they're doing, the merch and the product that they're doing, all the free stuff that they're doing, the brand deals that they're doing, the sponsorships that they're doing, the affiliate links, the Facebook revenue, the AdSense revenue. That is why certain people like a Mr. Beast on YouTube is making $30 million a year. Logan Paul has to be making close to the same. David Dobrik has to be making close to that. I mean, tens of millions of dollars. So here's what I'm going to leave you with. The cool thing that I like is that there is no gatekeepers. And that is what's amazing about content creation, that you're in control. You don't have to wait for a yes. You don't have to knock on doors. You create your own success and you get to put your message out there. The other thing is back in the day, you needed NBC or you were nothing. You needed the New York Times or you were nothing. You needed that billboard on Sunset or you were nothing. Nowadays, you can build an audience of 1,200 people, and if you monetize correctly and you do it authentically, you could make $15,000 a year. If you have 10,000 followers and you do it correctly, you can make $27,000 a year. You don't have to be The Rock to be an actor. You don't have to be this big writer to be a writer. You just have to build yourself 1,000 to 10,000 people. And if you want to keep going to 100, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, you can. But how awesome is it that if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a musician, if you want to be an actor, if you want to be a writer, if you want to be an educator, You can do it. Just pick up your phone, make a video, post it to the most popular platforms, and let it go. And you can create and make a career for yourself. And I think content creation is just the most beautiful thing. It brings people together. It brings you closer to your audience. You start to attract people who are like-minded. So no matter what kind of content you do, your audience is going to, they follow you because you connect with them. So you're building these really cool communities. And if you're thinking about being a content creator, I would give it a try. And the last thing I'm going to say is please be patient. My wife and I have been doing this for 3.5 years. It is definitely a grind. It might seem easy, and it is, but it is a lot of work. So make sure that you enjoy it. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Start off spare time, part-time, and please make content that you will love to make. Don't do content that you think is going to make money. Do the content that you enjoy, because this is going to be a 3, 5, 10, 20, 30-year process. You want to enjoy every step of the way. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I brought some clarity to content creation. I'm wishing you all the best out there. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.